as your plasma. Okay, so afterwards we talked about the immunity, different types of immunity. You have your innate immunity as well as your adaptive immunity. So for the innate immunity, you have two types, or you have two lines of defense. So you have the first line and the second line. So for the first line, you have your skin and as well as the mucous membrane and the secretions um, of those. So kasali sa secretions yung sweat ninyo, okay, yung mga oil, sebum, ganyan. So for the second line of defense, ito yung mga defense that are naturally occurring inside your body. So without infection, present na sila. So for example, you have your antimicrobial na chemicals such as your complement as well as your interferon. So si complement ninyo, sila yung bumubutas then yung mga foreign invaders. Then for your interferon, sila naman yung yung bumabalot sa mga um, cells na healthy para hindi sila ma-invade ng viruses. Okay? Ano pa ba? You have your phagocytic cells. Okay, your phagocytic cells like basophil, eosinophil, neutrophil, and macrophage inside the tissues. Okay? And meron din kayong NK cells, okay, which kills your cancer cells. What else? You also have the inflammatory process, okay? So, inflammatory process class, kung titingnan niyo yung appearance ng inflammation, you might think na negative siya, but the end goal of inflammation is for the elimination of the foreign invader as well as for the healing of the tissue. However, if the foreign invader persists, if hindi siya nakatay, inflammation might be bad for the body. So you have 4 cardinal signs for inflammation. You have your rubor, calor, tumor, and dolor. So redness, heat, swelling, as well as pain. So I forgot to mention yesterday class na after pain, the infection or the inflammation will resolve. Okay, so di ba naranasan niyo yung pain class? Eventually class is it will lead to resolution or healing. Now, if ever class na paulit-ulit na yung inflammation, okay, so ulit-ulit lang din yung yung cardinal signs like rubor, calor, tumor, dolor, then rubor, calor, tumor, dolor na naman. However, if paulit-ulit na siya na, like super rami na talaga class, meron tayong fifth na cardinal sign, which is punctualisa. So when we say punctualation class, it is loss of function. Loss of function. So at this part or at this stage na inflammation class, nasisira na talaga yung tissue, okay? So hindi na siya nare-repair. Okay? So nangyayari ito kapag paulit-ulit na yung inflammation doon sa inflamed, doon sa injured area, okay? So again, after sa 4 cardinal signs, dapat ang mangyayari is mag-heal ang tissue. However, if paulit-ulit na, like napakaraming beses na class, it will lead to punctualisa or loss of function. For this case class, hindi na nag-heal ang tissue. Okay? So, hindi na nag-heal ang tissue. Okay? So, those are the second line of defense. So, fever class, it is a response by the body that is brought about by thyrogens that are produced by your white blood cells. Okay, thyrogens. Then we also have now the third line of defense. So, third line of defense, ito nakapasok yung ating mga humoral na humoral immunity composing your antibodies. So, yung antibodies ninyo class, these are specific only to antigens. Okay, so antigens, these are substances that can induce antibody production. Okay? So, antigen can induce antibody production. So, sa katawan natin class, meron tayong mga self-antigens. Tapos yung mga self-antigens na yan class, they are not capable of inducing immune response sa ating katawan. So, ibig sabihin, hindi sila nakakapag-produce ng antibodies sa katawan natin kasi sarili man natin silang antigen. However, class, if you have an autoimmune disease, you will produce antibodies against your own antigens, okay? Pag may autoimmune disease ka, class, autoimmune disease, okay, autoimmune disease, magpo-produce ka ng antibodies sa sarili mong antigens, okay? Dun sa mga self-antigens mo. Okay, yan yung mga autoimmune disease. Okay? Pero if ang antigen is galing sa another person or another substance, doon ka na magpo-produce ng antibody. So, yun ang normal. Now, there are antigens class na partial lang or hindi kompleto. So, yun yung mga haptens ninyo which cause hypersensitivity reaction. So, when we say hypersensitivity reactions, yung mga allergies natin class. Okay? So, for example, inhale ka ng pollen or, pwede pollen. Ano man yan siya, hapten man yan siya. So, inside your body, it will induce a hypersensitivity reaction. Okay? So, pwedeng karoon ka ng mucus production, ganyan, mag-sneezing ka, etc. Okay? So, what else? Aside from that, now we have the antibodies. So, yung antibodies, ikaw nagpo-produce niyan. Okay? Ikaw nagpo-produce niyan. Pag ikaw ang nagpo-produce ng antibody class, active ang tawag doon. Pero kapag hindi ikaw ang nagpo-produce, passive. Okay? So, pwede mo makuha yung antibodies through different ways. Okay? So, ito yun, di ba? Pag active infection class, ito yung pag active, naturally acquired, ito yung kapag na-infection ka talaga. Pag passive, naturally acquired, yung antibodies is galing sa another person. Like for example, yung mama. Okay? When you say active, artificially acquired, ito yung dead or modified na pathogen yung in-inject sa iyo. Okay? When you say passive, artificially acquired, ang in-inject sa iyo is antibodies. Okay? Ang in-inject sa iyo is antibodies or immunoglobulin. Okay? So, artificially acquired, Artificial. Okay? So, ganun din sila. Okay? So, itong table na ito, classes, babalik din ito sa third year ninyo. So, I hope I hope pagdating nyo ng third year is maalala nyo pa rin siya. Okay? Sige. So, your antibodies class, they are produced by your lymphocytes, specifically your B cells, na na-activate into plasma cells. So, di ba may T lymphocytes, pati may B lymphocytes. Now, pag si antigen dumikit sa receptor ni B cells class is ma-activate siya. So, pag ma-activate si B cells, pwede siya maging memory cell or pwede siya maging plasma cell. Now, si memory cell class, sila yung nagre-remember sa mga antigens, okay? Para sa next infection, mas marami na yung antibodies na mas-produce mo.